It's a national nature reserve and a strategically vital site, protecting vessels using one of the UK's busiest waterways. But a combination of the elements and Spurn Point's shifting sands have made maintaining a supply of electricity to the Humber's maritime equivalent of air traffic control and lifeboat station an increasing challenge.
It tends to work in cycles, so you'll do the repair previously we have and we might get a few years out of it, but with the recent storm surges and the level of weather that we've had, it was becoming untenable to keep going back and really putting staff and public at risk, because there's a danger of wires coming down low and that type of thing.
With up to 25,000 commercial shipping movements a year monitored by the Vessel Traffic Services, a solution had to be found.
Spurn Point for us strategically is the very best location for our VTS centre. It's ideally located for our radar scanner, looking out towards the vessels at sea and further up towards Grimsby. Our VHF communications, once again, very well placed. And also just for looking outside the window, seeing what ships are doing and making sure that they're safe. The Humber ports contribute just over £2 billion to the UK economy each year, so the scale of it really can't be underestimated. We need to keep those vessels moving in order to keep UK PLC going, really.
The station has to be here and the port authorities have to be here. We have a backup system of generators that we can keep us sustained for a month or so at a time, but to keep the mains power, it makes our lives a lot easier.
There's some customers you should never walk away from in any regard, no matter what it takes, and that's certainly the type of customers that's at the end of Spurn Point.
In December 2013, however, the biggest storm surge in the area in 60 years put that commitment to a severe test. Poles were uprooted and the road was washed away.
As it got dark, the sea came up and the wind dropped, it went calm, but the water came over the banks in Kilnsea, fully covered where we stood now.
As we came down and looked at everything, the peninsula, there was telegraph poles down galore. We've had one or two over the past that have gone, and you just think, well, this is the end.
There's telegraph poles at every angle other than perpendicular, and it was, wow, what do we do?
The potential answer had already been identified and addressed the problem of providing a reliable and safe supply without damaging the landscape.
The design of it going underground came about, I feel, because we couldn't come to a suitable position where we could get the overheads in safely and also meet the ecological designations of the site.
The project presented a number of challenges, including keeping noise to a minimum so migrating birds would not be disturbed and having to work between tides.
We had to go deep enough so that we knew we were into hard mud, but obviously the level of sand and ground above that changes on a daily basis. So one day you've got 300 millimetres of cover, the next day you could have 1.5 metres.
It was a surprise to us to actually see this work carrying on. It's a pleasant surprise, and to actually see the actual infrastructure of it all going in, it was quite a feat to actually provide us with the power that we need. It's been good for us, it's made our lives easier. We can concentrate now on what we're supposed to be doing and not just keeping the peninsula provided with power. So.
It was very quick. The tidal surge was on the 5th of December, and by March we'd got that power supply back on, which, to be honest, astonished us.
Northern Powergrid continues to monitor Spurn Point for any changes in the terrain, which could affect the underground cables.
If I see a change in the landscape, I just ring them up, I'll text them and just say, I think you maybe should come and have a look. They do their evaluations, feed it back, say, you know, if it changes by this, can you please let us know? And it's using the resources we have for us all to achieve what's needed to be achieved, and that's power down the peninsula.
We lay cables every day. We don't lay them and see jobs done in environments such like that very often.